Let's get here to our games of the week. I'll start off with what was it ended up, like I said, wasn't going to be like an all-time great game. It was a pretty funny game. There were some funny moments that came out of it. It was the Giants versus the Commies.
Yeah.
And there it was just kind of like bad football all over. You nearly had what would have been an amazing interception that ended up turning into a catch for Zach Ertz. One of the
Yeah.
DBs for the Giants jumps, picks it, and then Zach Ertz ends up just saying, "Nope, this one's mine," taking it with him. Jaden Daniels did have himself a day for not scoring a touchdown. Wild enough, Daniel Jones didn't have a horrific day. Maybe it
Well,
was just
okay,
because
but
he was playing the
horrific though. Like
commies. I mean, look,
horrific though.
he
Like
went 16 for 28, 178 yards, two touchdowns, no interceptions. I don't even think he had a fumble. And he had 32 yards
wow.
rushing as well.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
not a
That's it.
horrific day. Not
No.
great, actually, by Daniel Jones's standards. This is a fantastic day for
Yeah.
Daniel
No. I was
Jones.
gonna say for his standards, like that's a good day in the office. That's
A good day in the office, man.
it's a
He
good day in the office.
he took some bad snaps. He got sacked a couple of times, or only once, but he had pressure in his face all day. He did get Malik Neighbors 100 and almost 30 yards and a touchdown. Overall, Daniel Jones not bad against bad teams.
He had a day. Yeah.
Jaden Daniels, on the other hand, had a fantastic day. I don't care
Yeah.
what anyone says about this. Didn't have any touchdowns. He took 5 sacks. That offensive line is hot garbage. No
Hmm.
offensive line in the league should be giving up 5 sacks to the New York Giants. But he went, even with that, he went 23 for 29, 200 and almost 30 yards. And then
That's
behind
epic.
that, you had Brian Robinson Jr. with 17 carries and 133 yards. Uh, Overall, the Giants or not the Giants, the commies do have something there. You've got to get the offensive line figured out. If you can get the offensive line figured out, I think they've got a really good ability here to kind of move forward because they can't really get Terry McLaurin really involved in this offense. He's got six
No.
catches for 22 yards, the most receptions on the team. He had 8 targets, but he can't get those yardages that he needs because like what else is he supposed to do?
Hmm.
He's getting covered all the way. Noah Brown's helping out. Zach Ertz is helping out. You've got Austin
It
Eckler there, but
it is a team sport. He doesn't have to do it all by himself.
yeah, no, he can't.
The
He can't.
Chiefs are very aware that it is a team
Is
sport.
a
You can have
team sport.
multiple good people in multiple positions.
It did help. It did help the defense for the commies that they brought in Bobby Wagner. He's there to be a
Oh yeah.
good defensive captain. He had 9 total tackles. Frankie Louvu did have 11 tackles. That's insane. But overall, that defense is hot garbage. And anytime you're letting the Giants score 18 points, you're going to be hot garbage for the rest of the season. So fun game overall. It was back and forth, very low scoring, but two bad teams that are going to be bad this whole season.
I
I
will
do.
say,
Oh, go ahead, Sean. Sorry about that.
Jaden Daniels should have been sacked 10 times. The way he's able to avoid some of those sacks and get out of there and at least get back to the line of scrimmage is absolutely amazing for them. He was back, I believe, at least 15, 20 yards on one play, and he should have been sacked twice on that play, and he got back to the line of scrimmage. So that's a
That
big thing
is
for them.
potentially going to be detrimental to his development as well, as often as he's being hit and has to run. Now
Yeah.
he's a very good runner. That's part of why he didn't get sacked 10 times. But if he's getting
Oh, I
hit that
know.
often, if he has to run that often, potentially another Andrew Luck situation.
Well, I will say he did a lot better of actually staying in the pocket this week compared to last week instead of just taking off and running like we have seen before. So
Hmm.
he's working on that, but he's just not there yet. It's going to take some time for him.
I do think. I think he will be the first rookie to throw a touchdown pass this year. Because they haven't yet. Well,
I don't know if I put my money on that. He's playing on Monday night, so we'll see.
Okay. That being said, I think he will, and I think if he can stay healthy, fine. You got me, Sean. Haha. They
No,
play on
I'd
Monday.
say I still take the money on that.
I do think though, like he will end up being probably the best rookie quarterback this year. Like he will probably have the best season if he can stay on the trajectory that he's on right now. Like you guys have mentioned, you fit it up on the front for the front five there. You protect him a little bit more. You give him some time to really like develop some pocket presence, along with being an escape artist. He could be a problem for sure.
I would say the only other big thing about this game was the Commies didn't score a single touchdown.
Yeah.
What was it, 7 field goals, and they
Uh-huh.
still won the game compared to 3 touchdowns? That just can't happen if you're the Giants.
It's not good.
So I think
Yeah, they
that's
didn't.
probably the best pick of the week then, huh? Last second field goal for the win.
I mean, it's not like it
The
was
rest of
a
the game wasn't
great
too fun.
game.
I mean, no, it wasn't, but at the end of the day, like what is the game of the week? Like you knew it wasn't going to be a good game, but you picked it anyway.
I
So
would
like
I
at
would
that point, we're
say
not gonna like like it
listen,
was entertaining.
I would say the last game that we're going to talk about out of us three was probably game of the week, easily.